All right, you're welcome to Newspaper Review on Good Morning Anambra show. Today we have a guest in the studio already, Elder Eluka Okafor, a public affairs analyst. Welcome to the studio, Elder.
Good morning.
All right, let's run for want of time. Let's quickly go to ABS website and get the stories there, what stories actually are making the rounds. Today is International Day for Remembrance of Victims of Slavery and Transatlantic Slave Trade. Bishop Ezofo tasked fathers to be alive to family responsibilities. Federal government to phase out use of chemical fertilizer. How exercise promotes healthy living. Medical experts. And the last but not the least, EEDC cries out over vandalization of electricity transformers in Onitsha. All right, let's begin with federal government phasing out use of chemical fertilizers in farming.
I think I'd rather start with EEDC cries out over vandalization of installations in Onitsha. I think that is too bad of a news. I thought we've overgrown.
I wouldn't want us to start with a bad news.
Yeah, but we just have to. I thought we've overgrown that stage. We've passed that stage of vandalization. People that vandalize EEDC installations, I don't really understand what they want, the intention, what they want to achieve by doing that. They set all of us back at the end of the day. And they will always be, in darkness because of that particular action of theirs. So I will really discourage them to stop doing that. And the communities where these EDC installations are sited, it should step up their security and neighborhood watch, and they watch over EEDC installation, transformers, cables, wires, and all that. We don't need this kind of inconveniences this time. And, recently we were having some sort of heat wave, except some few days that we had showers and the atmosphere seemed to have been calmed for a while. So we need this electricity to really endure the heat wave we've been having for some time.
All right. Okay, can we now go to
the fertilizer you talked about? Yes, there is need for government to actually look at that. But I want to say, why they try to phase out the chemical fertilizers, I want to believe they're also offering the farmers alternative.
Actually, they said the Minister of Agriculture, Audowe, inspected an organic farm, and it seems he saw something good out of that, which prompted them trying to, make away, do away with the use of chemicals.
Before well, I don't know, but just seeing an organic farm, it's not just enough reason to phase out the chemical fertilizers. I want to believe that they've done their own.
Again, I think it's because, of course, we know how, to an extent, poisonous chemical fertilizer.
But we've been using this all this while.
Well, in as much as we've been
when
using it.
When did we suddenly realize that they are.
In as much as we've been using it, if probably we see something better. Why? We can always change. Change is constant, right?
I don't have problem with that. My only worry is, in Nigerians, we know how we do things. We rush into organic fertilizers, phase out the chemical, that is inorganic, and we mix them up along the line.
All right, let's quickly go to the first paper for the day, the Daily Sun newspapers.
There are stories making the headlines. The big one, governorship elections. Tambuwal, Ganduje, Autumn Lalong win. PDP clinches Sokoto, Benue. APC wins Plateau, Kano, Bauchi, Adamawa wait for court. Now, on top of that story, EFCC declares ex-NIA boss, wife wanted. Masab condemns closure of Igbo businesses at Lagos Trade Fair. Ogunguba, I'll reclaim my mandate, says Akinlade. I'm a product of God's special mercy. It's coming from Osubaja, the vice president. Igbo leaders reinstate commitment to restructuring. Well, we've got so many big stories there. Maybe let's look at the governorship elections.
Yes, the elections have been trending over the weekend, but I'm worried. This last election, this rerun, even the main election we did, can we actually call that election?
That's the main one and the rerun?
Both the main one and
what do
the
we
ones
call
we
it?
did. Well, I'm just trying to come up with
A name.
a word for what actually transpired. Honestly speaking, I'm not joking about this. We can't really call that an election for a country like Nigeria. Now, when you place it side by side with what we had in 2015, can we actually say that we made progress between the last election, 2015 election under Jega, and this one we're having under a man they said is a first class political scientist? I don't understand. What did you ask?
What basically is the point? Why you can't call it an election?
Thank you very much. From both the government side and the side of the election management body, when we are told that the election was supposed to, the military and the security agency were supposed to be on standby to actually ensure that there were no, skirmish and all that. But what did we actually see? On Saturday, I was following a program, internet update on what was happening in Kanu. And the report there suggested that the talks overtook the whole system. So my question, where were the security agencies? Now in Lagos, during the last, we saw what happened in Lagos, where talks boldly disrupted the election going on in some part of the Lagos state that were occupied by the Igbos. And nobody's even saying anything about it.
Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We can hear you connected, your name and where you're coming from.
I'm Obina calling from Oka.
All right, Obina, go ahead.
First class, the INEC chairman who has first class is nonsense. So the first class, person that got first class is nonsense. It's nonsense to say that person has first class so that he has sense of everything. So what I'm saying is that the election in Nigeria is not encouraged, it's disappointing. Even though 2015 by Jika is more better than this one, this election in 2019. Thank you.
Obina, you didn't give us any suggestion, because when you say something is not good, you give a suggestion of the way forward. All right, let's quickly go to the next paper for review, the Daily Times newspaper. The big story in front of that, Ihe Dioha, my government.
Cool, yeah, dollar back for a minute to the old school. Everybody love me when I do what I do, cause when I come through I got the power of cool. The power of cool.
All right, welcome back to the studio. The next paper for review is the Daily Times newspaper right now. And the big story in front of Daily Times says, Ihe Dioha, my government will step on toes with riders there, dedicates tenure to service to name transition committee soon. And stakeholders demand Okorocha's probe. Ihe Dioha's victory will bring development to Imo Southeast. And we see a picture in front of that paper. I think that's the governor-elect in a Thanksgiving service, so to speak. Up here we have how FX stability fall in inflation may influence MPC decisions. Autumn, Tambuwal, Ganduje win re-election in Benue, Sokoto, Kano. 9th NAS leadership, APC will punish any member who aligns with PDP. That's coming from Rep. EFCC declares ex-NIA boss Ayodele Oke wife wanted. Police arrest 42 for electoral crimes. Smash robbery gangs in Akwa Ibom. All right, let's begin with the big story in front of that paper. Ihe Dioha saying, my government will step on toes.
Well, we can't expect less from Imo State. We are all witnesses to what played out in Imo State for this past, especially the last 3 to 4 years. Thank God, Imo has been liberated, so to say, and the new man coming in. We don't expect less. In fact, I expect him to be more decisive and very, very more aggressive, and very, very aggressive. And that is the only way he will be able to recover a lot of resources that were filtered away from that state. And hopefully, and by the grace of God, he should be able to deploy it back, plow it back to the state and develop Imo so that Imo can be better. Then on the wife of the former NIA being declared wanted, I don't know why I thought it was the husband. Excuse me.
It's both of them.
Are declared wanted.
They both
are declared wanted.
I know of course, we've read before now that the husband has always been hunted here and there by the EFCC. Now the wife, I don't know whether the wife also works with NIA.
All right, that's
whatever be the case, I want to suggest, I mean, it is not too good for people of that caliber, for the country to publicize that kind of event or activity around people of that caliber. NIA is a secret agent that works on so many covert operations for the safety and the good of the country. When you begin to publicize, the prosecution or even persecution of their former boss, I don't know the signal you are sending to those that are presently serving within that agency.
All right, let's move
it's like
on.
coming to tell America coming to tell the world that former DG of CIA, is being declared wanted and all that.
All right, that I think it's a very big topic for another day. Let's move on to the Daily Independent
Let's go
right
to the
now.
next paper, the big story. And the Daily Independent, Tamboa Tom Win in Sokoto, Benue, Lalong Gaduje in Plateau, Kano. Bauchi PDP gubernatorial candidate increases lead over incumbent. Useni Jim head to court. Sokoto APC rejects governor's victory. PDP says Kano supplementary election a sham. Protection of consumers' rights, our major priority. That's coming from CPC DG. Ninth NAS leadership. Desperation will make senators. Reps repeat Saraki's stunt. Abdul Mumin. I'll respect APC's position on zoning. That's coming from Senator Lawan. Okay, how Agbaje hijacked money sent for campaigns. That's coming from PDP. Says he couldn't render account when confronted. Why I won't render account to party. That's coming from Agbaje. Nigeria annually loses 4.4 trillion from absence of laws policies. Analyst sees MPC keeping rates on inflation, exchange rate stability fears. Delayed tariff review. Electricity market records over 1.4 trillion shortfall. It's coming from Discos. Well, let's quickly look at how Agbaje hijacked money sent for campaigns. PDP.
I'm beginning to think that Agbaje of a man doesn't seem serious to me. Honestly.
How do people seem serious to you? How do you see and say, okay, this is serious, that's the same?
If such a thing is being alluded, around a person like him, then it doesn't seem serious. Besides, I thought Agbaje would have, this election, the last election would have been his best bet to capture or to win the governorship of that state. But he's beginning to doubt that maybe he didn't do his own work very well, because a lot of odds were almost like in his favor. Yes. So, and now you are talking about money, campaign fund, and all that. So, does it mean that it was actually the party that gave him money to campaign?
All right, let's go to the Punch newspapers right now. And of course, the Guardian will take the two together for want of time. The Punch newspapers, the banner headline there says, APC's Ganduje Lalong win, PDP's Tambuwa Autumn re-elected. With a rider, Useni Jimmy Aliyu Yusuf Kik vowed to challenge results. Up there we have FG spent 1.8 trillion naira on JV assets in 2018. That's coming from NNPC. 13 billion naira Ikoyi cash. EFCC declares ex-NIA DG OK wife wanted. Fire destroys over 20 houses, many shops in Lagos. Makinde vows to review Ajimobi's last-minute contract, and the Yoruba elders write Buhari on true federalism as Igbo leaders insist on restructuring. All right, let's take it from here.
Let's quickly look at the Guardian newspaper big story there. PDP wins in Benue, Bauchi, Sokoto. APC takes Kano and Plateau. Opposition party rejects Kano result. CSO flee violent vote buying. Airlines orders face stiffer sanctions for consumer rights violation. To pay 200 million fine imprisonment for flight delays, orders. Operators unaware of new act. It is not workable in air travel. Well, on top of that story, footwear textile made in Nigeria by Chinese companies.
And let's see the picture on that, the smiling face of Ganduje and expressionless, so to speak. Let me describe that. The other face.
Yes, I'm not surprised the Kanu victory of Ganduje is making a lot of headlines. Actually, I don't really want to talk about Kanu because I don't believe that what happened in Kanu on Saturday was actually an election. But that is for the court to decide. And it will be interesting how the tribunal matters is going to play out. That is for Kanu. Then on the Yoruba elders writing Buhari on true federalism, I don't understand what that means. Buhari has not hidden his aversion to restructuring or true federalism, whatever way nomenclature he goes with. So writing him now he has one second term, and they supported him, at least the Southwest supported him during the last election from what we can see from the voting patterns. And the man has not even promised that he was going to do anything concerning. So writing him doesn't make any sense to me. It just don't make any meaning and any sense to me. So they should not even bother themselves.
All right.
Has not even made any
Time
promise.
is no longer our friend here. Time is no longer our friend here. At this point, we'd like to thank you very much for watching this program. We sincerely appreciate you, Elder Eloka Okafor, for joining us on Paper Review this morning. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for appreciating me.
And we'll be back after now for more on Good Morning, Anambra.